Welcome back to the Unfortunate Diehards podcast, hashtag number 38. Boomjenner, captain of your Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. And maybe a new listener. How are you? My name's Evan. I'm an Ottawa Senators fan.
Omar, Leafs fan.
Sufyan, Caps fan.
Woo!
And it is off season, so we don't have a ton to talk about. We will be talking about a couple signings, but we do have some games lined up for you guys. So, speaking of hockey, if you're here and not looking for hockey, then maybe click off or continue.
No.
Maybe you'll learn something new and you'll love it.
Never click off, never.
Yeah, that's all.
Actually, no, they got the wheel already. Click off. Just come back and do it next week.
Actually, we're a minute in, so we got the view.
Yeah.
So there have been some big signings in the NHL. One having to do with my team.
Big signing. The others are arbitration, bro.
Let's
Signing
get it
a
out
contract.
Let's talk about the very, I guess, foreseen move. Ottawa Senators signed Vladimir Tarasenko. 1 year, 5.5 mil, right? Was it 5.5 or 5? 5 mil.
Was this foreseen? I think pre-agent firing, he was going to Carolina.
Oh yeah.
And then
it was kind of, I think it was kind of foreseen or like predicted, especially by Sens fans after the DeBrincat trade.
well, I think they were just like, they have to sign one of the guys left.
Exactly, like they have it.
It was
DeBrincat's
either
gone,
Henrik Tatar.
and they gotta do something there. So let's start with the Sens fan. How do you think Tarasenko fits in with this Ottawa Senators team?
I mean, they needed more depth scoring. Like that's something that they struggled with this past year. If you look at his last full season, he had 82 points in around 72, 74 games, something like that. And then this past season, he had 50 points in 69 games.
Nice.
Obviously had injuries as well, but so hoping full healthy Tarasenko for 1 year. You can get up to 70 points or something like that. I think he fits in the lineup as an offensive player, scoring goals, which is kind of what we needed as an addition. Like we needed people to be bumped down the lineup. Essentially, like Pinto played as a 2C last year when he's not really a 2C. Joseph kind of moved up when he was healthy at times. So I think getting these extra players to help just makes our team more well-rounded and hopefully will give us a positive result.
What do you think off the bat? What do you think off the bat he's gonna play? Like in terms of what do you think his alignments are gonna be? At least to start the season as.
This has to be like a preseason thing. Because there's like, the chemistry is just going to take a shake up from last year even.
Yeah.
Because they have 2 new forwards plus Norris coming back.
I guess, what do you think he'd be best with?
He needs to be with someone that drives offense because he can't do it himself anymore.
James, maybe. James too.
Oh. He would fit well with Suso Kachuk. But,
Because you have Kachuk there to do the dirty work.
I think regardless of what line he ends up on, I think he'll be fine at 5-on-5, like what he's expected to do. I think this more creates like a power play lock, because you have 3 guys now that shoot from the left side or from the right side. They all shoot one-timers and only shoot one-timers from that side, and that's what their power play is.
So I think
all 3 of those guys can be useless on the other side.
DeBrincat was on the first power play, right? So with him gone,
But still, that's what I'm saying. DeBrincat was a right-handed.
he was right-handed on the left side.
Now they have a ton of left-handed players on that side. So I think Kubalik becomes odd man out. I don't think they're going to stick on the power play. It becomes kind of useless. But the thing is, that's where he's most effective.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
and that's the only place where it's a little iffy. But like, really, what else are you going to do? I mean, their power play really wasn't a problem last year. I don't think it's a problem this year. It's just like you just have to figure out who goes where.
Do we?
Plus, they have the first couple of weeks, and then if they start off bad, then DJ Smith can get fired, and they can actually like make the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess it also depends how like. I think a big difference would be if DJ Coach. If DJ.
That is fair.
If DJ Smith is still running a dump and chase game.
I don't think it can work anymore.
like how would a player like Tarasenko respond to a dump and chase game? I don't think that's his. I don't think he's going to thrive in that situation. No.
I think the point is that no one really did at 5-on-5 last year.
It's true, no one did. So if you're getting a player to help you with 5-on-5 as well,
because that was opposite of what the Rangers were. Rangers fully commit to just being like a power play team, although they were better at 5-on-5 last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I think he fits well. I think he'd be on the first line. But then what would would that be Giroux, Batherson, Norris, or do you put? I don't know. I think I'd put. No, actually, I like that better. No, I don't. It's either Kubalik or Batherson goes to the third line for me.
Give me 1 sec.
Hopefully Batherson stays.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing we haven't talked about.
Sorry, go on.
Well, yeah, there's the looming suspension.
For Batherson, yeah.
Potentially, but that's where it's looking like right now. So then it becomes a lot easier.
Then you
in
can
terms of
sign
top
Shane
six.
Pinto.
Precisely. Although if he's suspended, the cap it still counts. Yeah, but
Great.
although it does make things more complicated on the power play as well, because Batherson was one of the right-handed players. Then you have 5 left-handers plus 3 left-handed defensemen, and then poor lonely Giroux that's right-handed, and Pinto, I guess.
Poor lonely Giroux.
So
Do we think
Giroux's a lock on the first power play because he's literally the only other guy that shoots right-handed.
Do we think this makes the Sens a playoff team, or do you
Are
think
they a playoff team now?
Or do you think that even before Tarasenko, you expected them to make the playoffs? Like, did you think without Tarasenko, you still expected them to make the playoffs, or has it changed with Tarasenko?
Lateral. I think Korpisalo was a bigger signing than Tarasenko.
Yeah,
because like points wise, like even if Tarasenko produces at like the exact same rate that he did last year, it kind of just breaks even with like what DeBrincat does. So offensively, they're really not that different. It's just a bit of a different.
If anything, if lateral move in Tarasenko and DeBrincat for output wise, adding Kubalik.
But I don't know how that's going to work. That's my thing. Like, because Kubalik is very much I shoot on the power play and I shoot one-timers. So I'm just like, I'm curious to see what happens there. So like, I think that's more of a lateral move, but I think Korpisalo adds like if he plays to his potential, it brings them to bumping one of the Atlantic teams. The thing with the Atlantic, regardless, even if the same Ottawa team went into it this year, I'd be more confident about them make the playoffs because the other teams of the Atlantic are kind of faltering. Like the top teams.
So what I'm hearing is go Sens.
Sure. Because for me, the top 3 teams in the Atlantic all got weaker.
The top 3 teams in the
like in some way. Maybe it's not that drastic.
Yeah.
But Boston drastically got worse. They lost.
So that's what we said. And
last year.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel a lot more confident saying that. Well, to be fair, I put them in the playoffs last year, but
yeah, I'm the only one that had them out.
With Zaka and Coyle as your top 2 centers, I'm a little more confident saying that they're going to have a drop off. Mm-hmm. Tampa is just like, I don't know what's going to happen. They've re-signed Tanner Jeannot and got Connor Sheary, so like cool. And then like Hedman had a really bad year. Vasilevsky had a bit of an off year compared to what he usually does. So it's just like, I think the aging process has happened for them. Toronto overall, in my opinion, got worse, but that's like, I think you agreed with that as well. It's just like they didn't get as bad as like Boston did.
Yeah, I think all 3 teams took a step back.
But then Florida pretty much looks the same as they did going into the playoffs. The thing is, they barely made the playoffs anyway.
Yeah, they're an interesting one.
They're a weird. They're the team that's going to give me the most trouble as to ranking them. Because when I was listing the teams, I didn't even think of them.
I feel like with that experience of going to the finals and stuff, they should be able to just be more.
Like, who knows? They went from President's Trophy to barely making the playoffs, bro, and then made the Cup final. So anything, like, they're the most unpredictable team regardless.
Yeah, it's true. And then they didn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if.
So the Atlantic next year is wide open regardless. Like, I think any of those 6 teams can make the playoffs.
I think it'll be a fun season. I actually think it'll be a fun season if.
Wait, I think any of the 7 teams can make it. I think Montreal's the only one that I'm like, they're literally rebuilding.
Yeah, Detroit could be in there, but
Detroit could make it.
But I would I want to see some more competition in terms of not just making the playoffs in the Atlantic, but the top 3 division spots, because the last 4 years at least it's been Toronto,
Yeah.
Boston, Tampa.
And then
Except Florida had the year
I think
ago.
this is the year
But,
that could happen, though. I think
yeah.
Buffalo, Ottawa for sure, and then Detroit could make a push as well.
Yeah, so it'd be fun to see a little bit of
For
a difference
sure.
there.
Like in terms of level of competition wise, at some point in the year they all could be in the first spot. I think Ottawa just needs to fire DJ Smith, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, which I think we're bound to see that this season. I'm going to be honest.
But the thing, all DJ Smith has to do is just fix things on 5-on-5. Everything else is good.
Yeah, the everything else that he's not handling, I guess. I mean, he's not the power play guy, and that's been great. So it seems like the stuff he's not handling is great. The stuff he has to handle is not so great. So I just don't think that he's the coach for this team. But
that's the
we've
thing.
talked about that a lot.
Coaches make adjustments too, right? So
yeah.
As hard as I am on him, he could completely change his philosophy next year.
The thing is, coaches, they make adjustments. They don't make changes, and that's the issue.
And their philosophies.
They're quite stubborn beings. The coaches are.
Maybe he just needs to look at the stats, and then we'll just go from there.
They don't believe in stats either. They believe in the eye test.
Tortorella does.
That's how do you think Zaitsev made that many years in the league? It was the coaches being like, "Oh, but he looks good to me," and not looking at the actual stats.
That shows. That's Tortorella did the opposite with D'Angelo. He said he looks horrible. He benched him, and now he's bought out for the 8th time.
Yeah.
He's made so much money off of buyouts.
I know. He could literally just retire now.
Maybe this is his plan.
I don't really care about playing hockey, but I want to make money.
The plan's amazing. Now he's in the bottom pair in Carolina, just chilling.
Yeah.
Again.
No pressure, no
state
just
tax.
making money and doing your thing. Yeah.
Huh?
No state tax.
Carolina.
I think so.
There you go. I mean, and he's going to be getting residual payments from 2 different teams, plus the 1 year, $1 million or whatever he got.
1.1.
That's wild. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Sens make the playoffs. I think they should, especially with the team on paper. So we'll see.
It's just there's a lot of just we'll see with the Atlantic. That's the one that's going to be the hardest to predict. Montreal can be first next year. Who knows?
I'm gonna assume not to know. Alright, so we got a stats game for you guys today.
Is that first?
No Jeremy Swayman.
Oh, sorry, we forgot about. So we've got 2 goalie contracts ready to go now with arbitration done. We have Ilya Samsonov and we have Jeremy Swayman. Who do you want to start with?
Who was the first? What's the Swayman?
I'm gonna assume Samsonov was first because I didn't.
Yeah, Swayman and Samsonov were pretty much this similar situations though.
Yeah, so Samsonov went into arbitration asking for 4.99, I believe, so $5 million essentially, and the Leafs went into arbitration arguing for 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 and
or 2. No, they were out. It was 1.9.
1.92.
Yeah,
Okay, something like that. I was assuming that the arbitration was gonna come out and be okay, $4 million at the minimum is gonna be what they go for. So I was like, oh man, Samson's gonna win big time here. But actually, it came back at a pretty fair price. I thought 3.5 million, I believe, was the final.
Yeah, the leverage that Samsonov had over Swayman was that he was a starter, but Swayman, in my opinion, is the better goalie. But essentially, they just end up at the same price anyway.
Yeah, so 3.5 for Samsonov for 1 year. I was like, I'm happy. I'm not gonna complain about that.
Because I think Samsonov in the Boston would be in the same situation as Swayman is, where he's just stuck behind someone else.
Yeah, and Swayman also got 3.5. Is that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Or he got 3.4 or something like that actually.
So
yeah.
Samsung got 3.55 and Swayman got 3.7 or 3.475.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so essentially, yeah, very
similar.
similar.
But I think that's where the leverage comes in, that he was the starter, but realistically he's 100K.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. I think that arbitration itself is just a whack process.
Yeah.
Get people.
I don't really know how they. I don't really know how they come. I also always find
it's so demeaning, bro. They just went in there and railed Samsonov for.
That's what I mean. I always find it from the player point of view. It's how do you want to continue playing for that team? after you probably heard them just destroy you for every reason that you suck, essentially.
Did Stone go to arbitration? Or was he just given money?
I think they either arbitrated or was given the money like right before, but it was essentially because he didn't want to. He wanted to sign long term, but Ottawa didn't want to pay him long term.
Fair. That was when they still weren't doing the contract thing.
Yeah.
That was like the last one that was like. Or did Stone go before Carlson?
Stone went before, did he? Didn't Stone leave Ottawa before? No, wait.
Who started the fire sale is the question.
Carlson went to the Sharks.
I think Stone was first.
Right?
I think Stone was first.
Yeah, because then it was Hoffman and Carlson around the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had the whole
Yeah, because they had the whole
debacle.
debacle.
Yeah. So both goalies I think came in at a fair price. Like I'm happy with 3.5 million or 3.55 for Samsonov, and I'm pretty sure that Boston is quite happy at 3.47 for Swayman. I mean, numbers wise, I think Swayman deserves more money than Samsonov, but it's just it's just because of the starting goaltender situation that
Exactly.
that's why he's not getting it.
more.
Like I think Swayman is potentially. I think Swayman is a starting goalie like on other teams.
On a lot of teams,
Yeah.
he's a starting goalie. Yeah.
So I think he's probably more of a $5 million guy.
But arbitration, you're never going to get that.
Exactly.
The thing with Troy Terry is going to arbitration right now with Anaheim, and he, for me, is at minimum, like compared to like some of the guys that got like 7-8 mil or whatever, he definitely deserves at least that, like at least 7.5. And he's going to arbitration for, I think he's saying 8 mil, and his team's saying like 4.9 or something like that. Which is ridiculous, but I think you have to do that going to arbitration because you have to like lowball or highball yourself, whatever. But for someone like Terry, I would just I'm surprised teams aren't offer sheeting him. Like that's definitely someone that should be around 7.5.
What do we think of the? It's kind of. I mean, it's like a couple of weeks old now, but like, who's the defenseman that got $7 million on?
Which team?
What's the team? I'm forgetting it fully. You told me.
Oh, Vince Dunn.
Dunn, yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
That I like. I think Vince Dunn. But he was kind of just underrated for a while. That's why people are like.
He was at 7.25, right?
Yeah, and he had like 70 points last year or something like that.
Yeah.
So, like it was perfect timing for him, but I think that's a good contract. It's only 4 years.
Yeah, it's not long either. It's not long
Yeah,
term.
and 7.1 for like a young defenseman that's offensively and defensively gifted is kind of just. That's actually probably a good price to be honest.
Yeah. Apart from those few signings and arbitration, I guess it's been pretty quiet in terms of player movement and such.
There's just rumors.
Rumors have been going around, of course. Eric Carlson to the Leafs. You guys
Oh yeah, that's the thing. And then they showed like the analytics of Riley, Klingberg, and Carlson, and it was all like 80 plus offense and then like 0% defense for all three of those guys.
Yeah. So it's
just fully commit.
So yeah, there's like a lot of rumors going around. A lot of talks seem to be happening.
I just don't want to go to Pittsburgh. That would annoy me. I don't even think like that would be that great.
I don't think it's like a fit.
But yeah, I mean with Letang there. Yeah, I don't know who we'd play with. I think Carolina actually makes sense, but I don't know who they would trade him.
I think Leafs makes sense, but
that would just be stupid.
It would be hilarious. I would love it.
It'd be dumb.
Another offensive defenseman who can't play defense, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. He'll have fun playing there. I think he should go to Edmonton, but
oh boy,
he won't.
Oh boy. All right, so we got a stat game for you guys today, hosted by yours truly, Sufi. What do you got for us?
I don't know yet. I'm kidding. Okay, this one's it's got a few tough ones. Generally, it is okay. So, there's 3 players tied at 10. Okay?
Okay.
Top 10 in shorthanded points since 2014-15 till now.
2014-15 to now, top 10 in shorthanded points.
So, if you get any of the 10, 11, 12, we'll count it as 10.
Bergeron, Marchand,
Definitely.
Pajot.
Oh, Pajot too. Although 2014-15 to now. Yeah, good.
Is that guesses?
Well, Bergeron for sure, yeah.
He's 3.
Marchand.
1.
Do you want to say should we just go with Pajot? I get how many strikes?
4.
Peugeot.
Pajot.
3 or 2.
Nice.
You got 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 done. Mitch Marner, of course.
You always say a Leafs player.
Have to keep that going.
Like McDavid or something.
He doesn't play. He doesn't kill penalties, does he?
No, he does.
I don't know.
In terms of shorthanded points, isn't who kills penalty for the Kings? Does Kopitar kill penalties?
Probably has at some point.
It's a tough one.
Jonathan Taves. Barkov,
I could see. Jonathan Taves. I'm not saying I can't see. I'm just thinking he's been injured a decent chunk in the last few years.
This is what, from 2014?
2014, 15. He essentially didn't play last season.
He didn't play last season.
Yeah, the year before that, he didn't. Did he play? No, he didn't play the year before that either. I honestly can't remember the last time he played
like
in a full season.
Though.
Let's say Barkov.
17th.
Oh,
Taves.
No, I don't.
Can we say Marner?
If you want.
Marner.
Taves is 49th.
Okay.
Marner is 32nd.
Oh.
So that's 3 strikes.
Yikes.
Hot start.
It was a hot start.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Reilly.
Does Sebastian Aho kill penalties?
Maybe.
Alexander Kerfoot.
Is that a guess?
No. Rantanen or Landeskog, do they kill penalties? Because if one of them kills penalties, I could see them being on there.
Alex Ovechkin.
Crosby?
Does he kill penalties?
Crosby kills penalties, or at least there was a chunk of time he did. I'm not sure if he does right now. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't right now. But he
Is there
definitely.
Another Ottawa Senator on there?
Like, current?
Some kind of.
I mean, not current. Everyone in the top 12, like including the tag guys, is a forward except for
the
one.
Ottawa Senators.
What? Former Ottawa Senators? 1. Maybe 2, but I can't remember who we play for.
I'd be down to say Crosby.
Okay.
Crosby.
Okay, start guessing.
Oh, where was he?
Fuck if I know. Crosby. He's not in the top 50.
How many are current?
Vlad Nemestikov is ahead of Crosby. That's all that matters.
Oh.
Current, all of these guys are still playing.
Great.
And one's a defenseman.
Hedman, Burns,
Nope.
Benny
Sergachev?
Carlson.
Eric Carlson. John Carlson.
It isn't a defense.
William Carlson.
There you go. He's 4th.
Great.
Marchessault.
You've said one of the players already.
Rantanen, Landeskog.
No.
Who said it?
Him.
Oh.
And he actually leads in.
Kopitar.
He's
Kopitar?
actually 3rd in goals for shorthanded.
Kopitar? What did I say?
Shane Doan.
Kerfoot.
No.
What did I say?
Don't remember.
I went over Aho?
Yeah.
Aho.
So you 5, 7, 8, 9, and one of the 10s. You still need the former senator.
So forward. Victor Stoltenberg.
Mark Stone.
Victor's no and no. Stolberg. I love guessing when Pugdoku.
Wait a second. Ottawa Senator. When was he traded? Or when did he leave? Whatever.
Like not that long after he was drafted. Probably like a couple years after he was drafted.
When was he drafted?
Curtis Lazar.
Like a while ago.
Pajot? Oh, he already gets Pajot, yeah.
No and no. It was like 10 years ago probably. Maybe earlier. I think he was drafted like
10 years ago.
Alfredson?
Between 10 and 14 he was drafted. Maybe earlier. He was drafted a while ago.
What?
But he hasn't played for Ottawa in a long time.
Silverberg.
No.
What? Was he a high pick?
Did Turris
He
kill
was like a
penalties?
6th overall pick or something.
6th overall?
Zibanejad?
Yeah. He was 6, right?
Something like that.
6 or 8 or something.
Yeah, he is 8th.
Wow.
One's a two-way forward in the Western Conference.
Ryan O'Reilly.
No, on a Canadian team.
Lucic.
Nugent Hopkins.
Who?
Nugent Hopkins.
No.
JT Miller.
No.
Lindholm.
Zach Hyman.
Right team though.
Backlund.
Yes. He's 5th. 7 won the cup this year, but then got traded.
And got traded. Riley Smith.
There you go. And then you need 9 and 10, and then 9 and 1 of the 10s. One of them is a very tumultuous player. He gets in a lot of interesting debacles.
Tom Wilson.
No, like
Matthew
more like
Tkachuk.
interesting off the ice.
Hoffman.
No,
Interesting stuff off the ice.
and on the ice sometimes.
Nichushkin.
F around to find out.
Oh, Evander Kane.
Yes.
Oh,
And then 10, 11, 12. One of them was a 90-point player for a long time. Norris Trophy defenseman, and then an Ironman.
Doughty.
No,
Weber.
no.
Subban.
Weber never won a Norris. No,
Petrangelo.
no. More recent Norris. And Petrangelo never won Norris.
McAvoy.
I'm just naming big defensemen.
He never won Norris.
Oh, he didn't.
Hedman.
Hedman.
No.
Who was a recent Norris Trophy winner?
Like a 20, I think it was either 18 or 19.
Jared Spurgeon.
Who won
Defenseman.
2018-19? Who won the...
He's a great defenseman.
Not
He
Fox.
played for
no.
the same team for a long time, but
Petrangelo?
no. And then he left his team not via trade.
Defenseman.
Petrangelo.
That's what I'm thinking. Petrangelo, yeah.
I guess you can also guess the 90-point forward
Nah, it's no fun.
or the third liner or fourth liner, whatever it was.
Norris Trophy winner of 2018-19. And
Yeah.
he left without not a
The
trade.
third liner has 19 shorthanded points since that time span and 1 power play point.
Chara?
2019?
So yeah, it's true.
Bro.
Krug?
No. Omer should get this.
Was it a Leafs player? The current Leafs player?
Yeah, let's see if you can get this.
Oh, is it Giordano?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other two were Cogliano and Wheeler.
Wheeler? No way. Okay.
Balake. JT Miller was just out. Adam Lowry was 14th. Gross. Kevin Hayes, Atkinson, Connor Brown.
Connor Brown.
What a goat.
Him and Alex Formanton actually would have like 8 offensive chances shorthanded every game and never score.
That's fucked. Bro,
Remember, you found a stat where both of them were like tons of chances, do not score,
that was Brown, yeah.
and Formanton.
Yeah. Bro, Cam Atkinson has 18 shorthanded points, and all 18 of them are goals.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, actually.
I think.
Yeah.
Did I read that right? That's actually ridiculous. Bro, look at that. 18 power play points, or 18 shorthanded points, 18 goals.
That's really impressive. Well, that was an interesting stat, though, actually.
18 goals. Yeah, it's interesting because it's not the same players as all the time.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
The first 3 were apparently just easy.
Yeah, it was a tough one, though.
JG Pajot
Okay, so
draft.
Evan, as usual, has a
You've done twice.
draft. Well, whenever we do one of these things, Evan always does a draft. So Evan's got a draft for us, and last time it was non-traditional hockey countries draft. What is it today?
So we're going to be drafting anyone who's ever played for the Montreal Canadiens starting lineup. You have to have at least one current player on the Montreal Canadiens. One current active NHLer that has played for the Montreal Canadiens, and then at least one retired Montreal Canadian. And then the rest can be whoever you want that have played for them.
Okay. And who's starting?
Should I do a randomizer?
Who had the worst team last time? I am.
So I start.
Sure. I'm gonna go do a little sneaky draft.
Who's going second?
What, the second worst team last time?
It was between Sufir.
Ours was close. I went second last time. You go second this time.
Okay. That's it. So you said the rule is one retired, one current player that at some point played for Montreal.
One active NHLer that has played with Montreal. Could be no, but and then one that is currently on
Can I get
Montreal.
clarification? What do LTIR players count as?
I was also thinking about that.
Because there's two pretty major ones.
Yeah.
So we'll count them as
We would
retired.
let's classify those two as retired.
Yeah, because they're not coming back.
They're just getting paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They
So,
should.
well, then either my goalie choice is I'm starting with goalie because I feel like
There's a lot, bro.
there is a lot, but you know what? I have to go with Patrick Roy.
Okay, fair. I thought you were okay.
Just pick up those if you can.
That's not what I was going with.
I'm gonna pick.
I have a dark horse. Literally.
I think I know who you have.
Nick Suzuki because I think he's the best current player.
Yeah, I was gonna. I went for goalie.
It's between him and one other one, so.
Who?
Joel Armia.
New Hook?
Joel Armia. Okay, your turn.
Oh, no, okay. I'm gonna go with Caulfield.
Okay.
Because then it's a very significant drop off, so.
Okay, and then you go again, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Larry Robinson on defense. It's him.
Well, that was me. How's it him?
Snake draft.
Oh. Oh.
Sneaky.
Please don't say the guy I'm thinking
Guy Lafleur?
of. You suck.
Why did I only put my picks? Suzuki, and then where do you want Lafleur? Right wing?
Sure.
Yeah, Suzuki pushes Lafleur to the wing, I think. And then we got 2 picks.
One PK Subban.
Great. Sub.
Should have added a dead player.
Could have. Then we would have to do
And
more research though.
Oh, I have a fun one.
There's no Subban around. Is it 2Bs?
This is players that they're like best, right? I would assume.
Sure. Are you know Kovalev? Guillaume Latondresse. This one isn't that hard to think of players, bro.
no, I'm thinking between like 3 guys, and I want to make the right choice. That was actually a good one. You know what? Max Pacioretty.
So you picked 2. Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. Do I have
Okay.
No, I don't.
I have a wait. I don't have a current not.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
So that's been currently playing the NHL somewhere else. Great.
Pacioretty was like the only one I was saying for that.
I picked 2 controversial players to be on the same team.
By the way, Subban's retired, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
So is Raw.
They're just as retired as the other.
Yes.
I've thought of someone, but I feel like I could think of someone better than that.
Do what you gotta do.
Well, peak player. It's not that bad.
What was he at his peak on Montreal? Because that's what you go with.
No,
Then no.
but I said peak player, like their best.
Yeah, their best has to be on when they were on Montreal.
Sorry, who's drafted this?
No, but that doesn't make any sense. You can't pick a player who played for Montreal.
No, but if you
Or
could make,
what,
if
kinda
you
like
made
Scott Gomez or something.
if you made like an all-time Senators lineup for fun, just from names, you would have Hasek, for example, and like Hossa and stuff for fun.
Funsies.
You could have Gabrick if you wanted, because it's fun.
Yeah, but if you're picking,
It's my draft,
I don't agree.
Thank you.
I don't agree.
and that's why, for my current not Montreal Canadian that's active, I'm gonna go with Eric Stahl.
I knew it.
That's it. No, I
Are
don't
you
count
putting
that.
on the left wing?
I guess so.
Okay. I'm going Beliveau. And Price.
Okay, so I have lefty.
What's back to me?
Oh, true. I keep forgetting that it goes back to you after him.
There goes my baby. I need a current. I'm just gonna check that last out. Oh, who could that? Oh,
I'm gonna pick Andre Markov.
sick.
Good pick.
Thanks.
I think there are definitely better defensemen.
No, but I like, he was solid.
He was great, bro. Underrated.
You get two or didn't you?
It's you. You really haven't grasped this concept yet.
Okay, so I have to pick one that's current. One has to currently be playing for the Canadiens too, right? That's the rule.
Yeah, you already got your currently playing, but not on Montreal.
Okay, yeah, I got that already.
That's just. Swayman was with two Bs. I don't know why I was looking at that. I was like,
Summon?
yeah, summon. So you need a defenseman to send
Nick when he's running to the bench out of gas at ball hockey. Sub in.
I really want to say this one
Or a
player.
choke.
That's probably not the best pick, but he was filthy.
Josh Georges.
Josh Georges.
He was a
Nathan Beaulieu.
no, he was a filthy player.
Alexi Emlin.
I'm still allowed to pick a player that's retired, right?
You can pick whoever now. It's just you need to have one.
one that's on the current roster.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I'm gonna actually go Kovalev, just for one of them.
interesting. So that's your right winger, I guess.
That's my right winger.
He's good.
And then for a player that's currently on the team that I should have, that's the tough one. Because you guys took Suzuki Caulfield, like. But I have one player that I want to put in center that used to play for them.
Like actually not to pick Joel Edmondson.
Do you have a goalie?
Price.
Wait, do you pick?
Do you have a goal?
Yeah. Do I?
No, you don't. I was like, wait, did I miss one? Yeah, because this is gonna be your fifth pick.
Okay, I'm goalie.
You have a very easy goalie choice. Well, you have two that you can pick from. I just picked Price because I'm not a dick rider.
Mike Condon.
Ooh, there's actually another one. Damn. Former MVP.
Sorry, what's the name of that guy they drafted last year again?
Slavkovsky.
Yeah, I take him.
He's apparently gonna play better this year. You're gonna put him at center? No, pick someone else. You can pick
Dak.
Doc. Yeah, he plays center. He's honestly,
Fine.
honestly, he's probably the third best player.
Sure, I'll take Doc. Yeah, at this point, probably.
Unless you want to go
I
like
could take Jose Theodore, or
Dryden.
Dan Foose.
Halak.
Plant.
Halak was great in Montreal, man.
I think there's a lot better goalies, bro. Hawaii is also traumatizing for me, so.
I'm gonna go for
That was our year.
Dan Foose.
You already have 3 forwards.
Is Dan Foose not a goalie?
No.
What?
Danfus is a forward. Vincent Danfus? Yeah, he's a
Are you
forward. I've learned enough sporkles to do this, bro.
I will just, confirm.
You guys don't believe me, bro. I know my hockey.
Can you type it? Because I can't move this mic.
This is the part of you that has an extension.
See? Ice hockey player.
Yeah, that's definitely a goalie. That was actually gonna be one of my forward picks, bro.
You look like a goalie to me.
I swear I saw on like a bar down quiz, they put a goalie picture when they said someone. Or is that him? I was like, oh, I didn't know he was goalie.
Bro. He was like their only like 90-point player in the 90s.
Okay, who's your pick? Sorry, 1 second, stop.
Him and
This
Nick
kid is
Kibrios.
freaking annoying, man. Okay, sorry. And continue.
Dryden.
Alright. You're up, Soofs.
It becomes techie for me. Because I need a defenseman and I need a winger, but I also need someone that plays
In the NHL.
that doesn't play for Montreal.
Oh yeah, Connor McDavid.
Precisely. Ooh. Okay. For defenseman, I'm gonna go Jeff Petrie, and then for forward, I'm gonna go Maurice Richard. I got a squad, bro. Richard.
Oh, wait, I didn't even last pick.
So you need a defenseman. Samsonov.
I can't even think of defenseman.
Webbs.
I need a lefty now, right?
Could go Webbs. Go Webbs.
Webbs. I was thinking about it. I was
Weaver.
contemplating. And if we had him as active, I could have treated him like on a different team because he's a cap dump.
So Weber is what you went for. I went for, so I have lefty left, right?
Yeah, he went for Yannick Weber, so you can take shade. You can go retired, bro, if you want.
You know who I'm gonna go? Because he played there very briefly. But you know, in his prime, he was a fun guy. And he represents my team too.
Victor Mete?
Thomas Caberlet.
I totally forgot that he called. I knew when you said that, I was like, wait.
Cal Gill.
People are gonna hate this, by the way. Maybe not mine, because I have some old NTL players. But the Habs fans are diehard, bro. You didn't pick Bernie Geoffrian, Yvonne Cournoyer, Howie Morenz. Homer, your team is Pacioretty, Doc, and Kovalev. What a core. Caberlet and Subban. Offense. And then Law. The biggest hothead goalie by. That's a wild team.
That's
bro.
the number one team.
Evan has Eric Stahl, current. Nick Suzuki, Guy Lafleur, Markov, Weber, Dryden. Not bad. Still interesting. We got Richard, Beliveau, Caulfield, Robinson, Petrie, Rice. I think I have the best team. I think he has the second best team by a mile. And I think you have a team.
My team's second best.
Oh my gosh.
Put out the vote, bro. I think I win. That's all that matters.
No, you definitely win. Your team is definitely the best.
Yeah, I won't try hard on this one.
Cool, that was actually fun.
I could have made it better if I just picked.
It was funner than doing the last one. I hated the last week's one.
Like,
come
come
on.
on, where anyone's born.
Yeah, I was like, that's a dumb one.
Then you should know hockey.
I didn't
We're actually gonna play. The next week's draft is gonna be players that are currently playing the Ivan Helinka tournament. Players from the Spangler Cup, and only the Spangler Cup.
Okay, I have a fun game.
Mason
for you guys.
Raymond.
I actually have a fun game.
Ben
for you guys.
Scrivens.
But I need some honor rules before I start this game.
You some what now?
Honor rules. Okay, one rule is
No phone.
You're not allowed to hit.
first of all, no phones. Second thing, you cannot look at my screen because to verify your choices, I'm gonna have to look at the monitor. Okay.
Okay. You can also just get your phone out. You can use my phone, so you don't have to like type it on there.
Yeah, sure, I could. Okay. I want you both to think of both of your teams when they won the cup / got closest to the cup
Okay, I was gonna say.
in your view of hockey viewing years. For Sophie, it's obviously really easy. For Evan, that could either be the 2007 Sens team that made the finals, but if he wasn't watching hockey back then, it could be the 2017 one that made the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'll let you choose which one of those you choose.
2017.
2007?
But what is
2017,
what
okay.
is this for though?
You're
So,
gonna ask us to name the people from the roster.
and I'm gonna be, and
Oh,
you're,
it's so hard for me, bro.
and you're gonna go, and essentially it's gonna be one by one. So we'll start with one of you, then the next one goes, and whoever runs out of their players first loses.
Cool.
This is why I said I need honor system because I can't have you looking here, unless you can use your phone. Yeah.
So what I'll do for you. Actually, so I'll just open 2 tabs and then you just put
Yeah.
Washington.
Put your phone away.
Oh no, cute.
Can't trust it. Bro, we have like 3 players left from that team.
I probably have none.
Yeah,
I do have
that's
none.
true. You had your fire sale like right after.
Okay, and then I'm gonna pull up the Sens one. So
Do the Sens have anyone from that team? That's
I don't
crazy.
think they do.
Shabbat's the longest tenured senator.
And that was like right after. That's nuts.
Pretty sure he played his. He either played his first game. No, he scored his first goal against the Islanders. I remember that.
He has a goal.
Yeah.
Damn.
More than John Carlson. Just kidding.
I was like, I'll take that argument.
Do you know John Carlson?
I think Mike Green is
He's
on.
overrated.
No, I think he's underrated now actually. Just because he got a cannon to the face from Mr. I can't get the net, Brendan Dillon. Bro, Carlson was 3 feet at him. He just beams him in the head. How do you even do that? I think that was just a vendetta that he had against Carlson.
Okay, so you guys are good to go whenever. We can start with Sufi, go first.
Brown privilege.
Yeah.
Ovechkin.
All right, that's one.
You have to look for that.
All right. Okay. By the way, I'm putting and for your benefit, I'm gonna do 10 seconds per guess. Okay.
No, the 15.
Fine,
20.
Fine. 20 seconds per guess.
Yeah,
20
bro,
seconds per guess.
10 seconds? I can't
20,
think
20,
that fast.
20 seconds per guess. So Ovechkin, and your 20 seconds, Evan, starts now.
Eric Carlson.
Sufi.
Tom Wilson.
Evan.
Clark MacArthur.
Sufi.
Backstrom.
Kyle Turris.
Because that's up.
Mark Stone.
Connolly.
Mike Hoffman.
Jason.
Craig Anderson.
Hoshi.
Victor Stalberg.
Orlov.
Tommy Wingles.
I'm double checking that one. Very, very
It's right.
impressive.
It's right.
Yeah,
It is right.
Yeah.
That's
I know
fucking
it's
wild. Holtby.
Pesho.
Grubauer.
Bobby Ryan.
Eller.
Phaneuf.
Orpik.
Here's where I'm not as confident. Cody Ceci.
Niskanen.
Mathot.
DSP.
Ryan Zingle.
J. Beagle.
Mike Condon.
Yep.
Oh.
God.
I was stressed with that
That
guy.
was good, man.
No, he came after. Does third goalie count? Because Count Con was Phoenix Copley. Yeah.
I do not see a Copley here.
Oh, Verona.
No,
Give it to me.
that was longer.
So we're gonna give him a strike there.
When did strikes come in?
I just added them.
Yeah, but Copley should be there.
I don't see him. There's nothing. That's what I'm looking for. He's not here.
You can search him on something.
Copley with C, right?
Yeah. It's fine.
I know.
Okay, give me the strike.
Okay, you each have a strike. That you're allowed one mistake, so you had a mistake there. That's your one mistake.
Especially since I got 2 right after.
So you said.
Oh, I can do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, Verano.
Okay, go ahead.
Borvietsky.
Ooh, I believe you are right there.
Burakovsky.
Brassard.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. Who's left on my team? Let's see here. Oh. Hagelin. No?
No, there's no Hagelin.
Yeah, you win.
No, Hagelin was not on the team.
Was Kemney there? I'm pretty sure he came right after.
Kempney is there, but Hagelin is not.
Can I see the full lists?
Yes, you may.
I knew I was contemplating with Kempney and Hagelin. I think Hagelin came the year after.
Zach Smith. Oh, I was gonna say Burrows next, but I wasn't sure.
You also had Chris Neal and Chris Kelly back then. I forgot that Chris Kelly was still on that team.
Tom Pyatt, Chris Weidman, Frederick Clayson, Ben Harper, Colin White.
I also forgot Chris Neal was still on that team in 2017. Can you believe that? I thought he was retired before that.
That's why he's like in top 10.
Wow, this is such a mid team. That's ridiculous. Bob Ryan, by the way, 15 points in 19
Let me
games.
see.
The pucks just went off his knee and
Who did I miss? Backstrom Beagle. Madison Bowie, Travis Boyd, oh my god, Taylor Chorney, Kristen Juice. I missed like our scrubs.
which is expected.
Peluso. Nathan Walker. Chandler Stevenson, that's the big one I forgot. Hate my life. Stevenson and Kennedy I should have got. The other ones
Sufi, you may know Bernie Nichols, but I know my team better. And they didn't even win the cup. They had more games.
I was hoping you'd pick the 2017
Well, I don't know them as well.
because that was a fun
You
team.
could have given me this year's team. I still would have messed up. I was not good on the spot.
Ryan Strome. Oh wait.
Nyland.
Yeah, so I thought that'd be a fun game.
Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty good. I'll do the same with you one day with, wait, they never made it.
The team that won the
2004?
Yeah.
2004. No, you were like 25 at the time, so.
I was 9.
That is nuts.
9 or 10, depending. Wait, sorry, no, I was 10, not 9. I was 10.
I was depending on the time of year 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was 10 years. Well, if we're talking playoff time, I was 10.
I was 5.
I was 10 years old in playoff time. Yeah.
4, yeah. Either way, neither of us was.
You
Actually, no, I was
maybe
watching.
could have babysat.
I would have been able to babysit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk about that.
That was, my dad started watching hockey at that time. That's where we became a Leafs fan, unfortunately.
That was the first full time. I watched some hockey before that, like 03, 02 a little bit. I would watch, but like when I was fully watching like hockey every game kind of thing was right at that time.
I fully credit the Leafs for making my dad lose a passion for hockey, watching hockey. Either that or watching me play hockey.
I still seem to have the passion, even though I've since 2004 I've been there.
Did you know Omer at our hockey game, we were letting the public know, there's all 10 of our fans. Zach went through like 4 guys and then gave him like a perfect pass, just like a foot away from the crease. Sails it.
Over the net.
Bro,
Over the net.
Like over the net.
Bro, it was
Like,
there.
when I
I
went
was like, how's this even possible? It was flat too. Like it was a perfect pass.
When I went over, I was like, did the goalie save that and go over? or did I shoot that over the net? And I come back to the bench and look at Zach. I was like, nice pass, man. Did that just go over, or did the goalie save that and it went over? He's like, I think it just went over.
What a
I was like, man, that pass was so sick. I'm so sorry for messing it up. And he's like, that's okay, man. You were there.
You went through 4 guys like 3 times in that game. It was ridiculous.
There's one play at the blue line where he gets like tripped or he falls or whatever,
Yeah.
and like he had like 2 guys on him, so he like literally stick handles through both. While he's getting up, he stick handles through both. And as soon as he gets up, he stick handles through the 3rd guy.
On his knees, he still had, yeah.
On his knees, he took out 2 guys like on his knee, and then man, it was insane. He was just on. He was
different.
too dirty with the puck.
Especially when he passes. It's different.
Yeah.
It has a whole element. And then,
He scored a slap shot goal.
well, the goalie was playing stand-up. It was an interesting goaltending. I led in 2 breakaways. My team gave up 17 breakaways.
Oh, true. Both the goals on me were breakaways.
Yeah. It was only like 3 breakaways, 4 breakaways.
All right. So apart from our 3 games here and a little bit that we talked about, I guess.
My team is so quiet. You guys at least have chatter. I have
Yeah. Well,
prospects.
Madison
practicing.
Bowie maybe coming back.
My DSP is practicing with Tom Wilson.
no way.
Actually,
Well, he's more like a coach now. He's a big husky fella.
I'm
So,
not surprised.
Bro, he's
Strength and
Tanker.
conditioning.
tanker.
what are your thoughts on Guy Boucher coming to Toronto?
I have none.
I also don't have any.
Well, it's interesting
Fun to see
because
the dog fight face again.
it's fun. It's interesting because
He was on Aldeas.
he it's interesting because
It's
he's
not that
coming
interesting.
as a-
I think
as
we
a-
should end the podcast.
he's coming as a power play coach, which I find odd
Yeah, because he's a defensive wizard.
because when I first saw Guy Boucher to the Leafs, I was like, oh, he's probably going to work with defense, and then I read it and I'm like, wait, they brought him in for the power play,
To be fair, his defense was also just like
1-3-1, yeah.
1-3-1.
which is still honestly like at least once a year, if not more, I watch the Philly vs Tampa
Oh yeah,
in 20 I don't know what it was 10 or whatever.
yeah.
The 1-3-1 when Philly would just hold the puck in the zone and just stand there, and they had to call it because like, oh, you're not moving the puck forward. It was hilarious, and like you had like St. Louis and Stamkos hovering like as the one guy up, and they
Yeah.
just won't go after the puck, and I just thought it was I love watching the highlight from that game. It's so fun.
I like John Cooper a lot more than Guy Boucher.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure they do too actually, because they won 2 cups.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, Guy Boucher seems to have really good first seasons with his teams.
He's not the coach though.
No, with Tampa head coach, they go to the.
No, but he's not the coach in this week's.
No, he's not. But that's not, but interesting enough with him, I always find it like he goes to the Sens and first season they're in the conference finals. Tampa Bay first season.
One
with
goal
him-
away.
Yeah, 1 goal away. First season with Tampa, it was either conference finals or finals, right? One of the two. I think it was conference finals. Maybe it could have been finals. I don't know. And now so what I'm thinking is the Leafs come out. If they falter and Keefe gets fired, he becomes coach. Hey, what if we go to the conference finals? This,
My God.
just
What if?
honestly, the one season of a run with a coach who has like that kind of track record, like, hey, 1 season I'll take you on a run. Then after that we're going to be garbage, and I'm going to get fired. I'll be like, sure, let's take it.
Well, yeah, you guys don't have that much time left, bro. Window's closing.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we'll be back next week with a few more games for you. We'll be starting division previews not too far from now, actually, because we're already in August.
Yeah, we should actually probably do that before I leave.
Yeah, so division previews will come up shortly. I think we should probably start that from next week.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see when we film.
Because training camp is not
Because training camp's mid-September, bro.
oh,
Yeah, but we can start it because there's not that many like moves to be had. There might be a big trade or two, but like probably not until like later.
Yeah.
If
So anyway.
if it happens.
We'll have more content coming up. We'll be filming next Monday.
Yep.
Next Monday we'll be filming as you listened. So I've announced it now, so people can't tell me about times and stuff that they did or did not hear, that they refused. I've said
It's
Monday.
British Columbia Day next Monday. I can't do it.
It's also civic holiday next Monday.
Next Monday we literally have all day because no one's working.
Well,
Yeah.
Back from Cody, bro.
Carl Soderberg retired.
He was okay.
Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in.
Did he play for Montreal? He come on my
Make sure you follow us on
Stitcher.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Stitcher.
SiriusXM, iHeartRadio, YouTube, of course, TikTok, Twitter, Threads soon, hopefully, Instagram, and
Follow my personal TikTok account. No, I'm kidding.
and take care, guys. We'll see you next time.